bloom where you're planted. I love that saying, and that holds true for me. I could have gone abroad and done a lot of things. If you truly want to do something that could change the course of your country's history, even if it's a small thing, I would encourage them to do that and to try and to do it in Pakistan and empower people around them to discover their dreams. I actually rented a video here in Karachi, and everything is pirated here, so they had recorded Bambi on top of this other Japanese animation called The Little Prince. That for some reason resonated with me. A lot of animators, I have many books on animation, but they all say one thing, that it's very addictive. Once you see your characters moving and knowing that you drew that and essentially brought them to life, you want that feeling again and again and again. When I put up Firefly, which was a guitar composition, they wrote to me and they said that you should apply for the TED Fellows program. You will be able to attend TED and showcase your work, and all because they had seen that one little clip of me playing music. Yes, I come from a very creative household. My father was an actor, my mother is also an artist, my sister is a musician as well. I grew up around that, and the reason I'm grateful to my parents is because they never enforced anything on me. They never put any pressure on me. They let me do whatever I wanted. And I remember we were in the car, Mariam and I, now my wife, we were in the car and I was just telling her ideas for this story, and I kept saying we can't do it because nobody does animation here. And she just said, well, why don't you do it then? And then I had a moment where I went, why not? Let's do it in animation. And then that got me started, and I got selected for TED, and through TED I begged them to let me go to Japan and give a talk there on animation at one of the TED events. And then I wound up at Studio Ghibli and I saw how they worked. So ultimately it started with a very naive idea that we could do animation in Pakistan, and it's not easy. I've never really seen a film about glass blowing. I was fortunate enough to go to Italy in 2006 or 7 and see how they make all these glass sculptures, and I've always been fascinated by it. So it's one of those crafts where, like animation, the process is just as intriguing and amazing as the end result. So I always wondered why nobody made a film on that. And I think animation is the perfect medium for that, because you have control over the colors, you have control over the composition. So to accentuate that art, it's already beautiful, but to accentuate it more, to make it look even better than real life, because that's the magic of animation. We would go to studios here and show them ideas, and thinking back now in retrospect, it wasn't a very intriguing presentation, because there were just papers and we were flipping through it. This will be the story, imagine it like this. But nobody really believed that it could be done. So I thought we have to establish ourselves and we have to show that we can do this. And then one of the people at TED suggested to do a Kickstarter. It surpassed its funding goal. We made $116,000. That let us make double the animation. The biggest challenges that this entire project has faced and the studio has faced is just convincing people this is possible. People come in with, again, this very naive idea that they love animation and they want to do it thinking it's easy. Training people how to do it, as well as being on the journey of learning yourself, that's been the most difficult part. My biggest influence, I'm completely shameless about this, is Hayao Miyazaki. I mean, everybody says that, but yeah, Hayao Miyazaki, and I shouldn't say Hayao Miyazaki, I should say Studio Ghibli. Just the way that they tell their stories, I get tears thinking about it all the time, but they're amazing.